Hi, I'm Gary, and welcome to another episode of Physical Format Rock and Roll, where we talk about all things rock and roll and classic metal. So first off, you might be wondering why I am wearing this super cool Minnesota Vikings Adam Thielen jersey. Well, this is for my good buddy Dan over at Cassette Mayhem, because he's a Packers fan, and he had his jersey on the other day. So I just wanted to show my Viking colors. I can't give him any crap because, the Packers are going to the playoffs and the Vikings are going nowhere because we have no defense. And I won't get into all of that. But, I just wanted to say hi to Dan over there at Cassette Mayhem and just give him a little ribbing here. And also, I wanted to tell you that that top 5 that you did for 2020, I am going to get one of those albums out of there because I don't have any of those top 5. I'm not going to get the death metal one, but one of the other ones I'm going to get, and I'll probably review that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Why I'm here is because I'm going to do my top 5 hard rock or metal ballads, which was requested by our good friend, the Lair of the Alchemist. He called me out and requested that myself and John over at JC Rock and Metal Reviews, another great channel. Check that dude out if you haven't yet. He requested both of us do this, and of course, John's already got his done. He did his a long time ago, so I'm late. But he had a really cool list. The Alchemist had a super cool list too, and I tried not to use any of those songs, even though Still Loving You by the Scorpions was used, and that definitely would have been in my top 5, but I thought, well, there's plenty of ballads and stuff out there, so I will pick 5 different ones. Hopefully you think that they're kind of cool. Oh, let me drink from some beer from my Vikings mug. Oh, God, that's good. So coming in at number 5 from Black Sabbath, Volume 4, we have Changes. This is obviously a change of pace for Black Sabbath. It's a different type song for them. Tony Iommi is playing keyboards on this one, and Ozzy's singing a little bit different. But I think it's a pretty cool song. I've always liked it. It's very, very plain and simple. And that chorus, when they add that, that other keyboard in there and his vocals, it just sounds really good. And the song, kind of makes it seem like, hey, I'm going through these different changes in my life. I'm metamorphosizing into, something else. Just like we all go through changes. Sometimes, it can be painful. And I think that's what that song kind of represents. It's really kind of bleak, but yet it's, not necessarily sad. I think it's a pretty cool song. So anyway, that was number 4. And 5, that was number 5. Coming in at number 4, originally off of their Lights Out album, but I couldn't find my Lights Out album, so I'm going to show this one. UFO, this of course is their Strangers in the Night live album, but I'm talking about the song Love to Love. I think that's just a great soaring ballad, and the keyboards in that song are just really cool, and it's got that nice soaring solo in there by Michael Schenker, and Phil Mogg's vocals just sounds so good on that song. And it's just one of those songs that every time you're done listening to it, it just stays with you. You find yourself humming it, later on, love to love you, do, do, do. It's just a great song. Coming in at number 3, originally off the Goes to Hell album from Alice Cooper, we have I Never Cry. Now what I'm showing you here is, this is a live album that he did called A Fistful of Alice. This was from around 1997, I believe. It's playing in Sammy Hagar's Cabo Wabo Club is where they recorded it, so it's a small place. So it's kind of cool, and he does a pretty good version, of that song on here. And it's just, I like the version on. I mean, I love the original version. I'm not really saying this is better or not, but this is just something cool to check out. If you've never heard his version of it on here, it just really brings it out. Alice had said that song is about being an alcoholic, and basically saying, when you're an alcoholic, it kind of numbs your emotions. I think of the line in there, sometimes I drink more than I need until the TV's dead and gone. I might be lonely, but I'm never alone. And the night may pass me by, but I never cry. I think, those are some pretty good lyrics if you think about it, and if you relate it, to some of the feelings of maybe being an alcoholic. And, the rest of that song, if you look at it from that aspect, I think Alice Cooper is a very underrated lyricist. A lot of people always just say, oh, he's Alice Cooper, the king of shock rock and all that stuff, which he is. Obviously one of the best live entertainers of all time in rock and roll. But when you really look at a lot of the Alice Cooper songs and the great lyrics in them, you realize what a great, clever lyricist he is. And the way he combined horror a lot of times, but with a sense of humor. All these horrible songs that he might have had at different times, they usually, they were kind of tongue-in-cheek. But when he wanted to, he could write something like I Never Cry. And, go back and listen to that with the lyrics, using the mindset of what I just talked about here. And I think you'll find it's a pretty amazing song that you might have overlooked. So another one, a lot of people might give me some crap on this one. I don't care, because I love this song. By Cheap Trick, off of the Lap of Luxury album, not my favorite album, but The Flame. This is a terrific ballad in every sense of what a ballad is. The soaring vocals that Robin Zander has on this song are just terrific. He is such a great singer, and he definitely displays it on The Flame. I can't help but think about, back when my wife and I first got together, and, we liked that song. We still would always slow dance to that one, and it's just a very emotional song, and Robin Zander just nails it. Normally, if that was somebody else doing that song, and it wasn't Robin singing, I might not like it. But the fact that it is Robin Zander, and he just sounds so terrific on it, I love it. I love that song. Coming in at number 1, off of Angel of Retribution by Judas Priest, the song Angel. Now, if you go back on my channel, look at my older videos, not that I've been around that long, but I do an overlooked gem episode of this whole album, of the Angel of Retribution album. This is that, I love this album. I think it's terrific. And the song Angel by Judas Priest, if you've never heard it before, I imagine a lot of you have. I've got a pretty knowledgeable audience out here. But if you've never heard that song, look it up on YouTube. It's just a terrific song. It's just mostly, through a big majority of the song, is acoustic guitar with Rob Halford singing, and a kind of a different style of vocal, very expressive vocals. Gets to show off that great range that the metal god has. Then it kind of kicks it in a little bit at the end. But it just keeps building. But his vocal performance on that song and the lyrics themselves just lend it to be a terrific emotional song. And, ballads should kind of have that to them. So definitely look that up. Look up some of these songs if maybe you haven't heard them before. But that is my top 5 picks of hard rock ballads, as requested by the Lair, the Alchemist, once again. If you haven't checked out his channel, please check it out. JC Rock and Metal Reviews and Cassette Mayhem. They're all great guys. All have great shows. I love all those shows. So definitely check them out if you haven't. As far as physical format rock and roll, you can check us out on YouTube all the time, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'd love to hear some comments on what you guys think on this. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, by all means, please do so. I'd love it. I appreciate it. And until the next time, I will see you down the road.